Everything probably worked. That's the best intro I can muster because it means that things actually worked. What could be better? I'm recording. I actually have the audio turned on, so that's better than I've done recently. It does fit the game really well. I'm going to switch over to this other thing so that y'all can see the chat. By y'all, I mean people, hours, days, weeks, months, years from now. I'm sure this particular stream will be a cultural touchstone for years to come. Because I let people see the chat. See, it works all together. Yes. Celeste's music does a very good job of not getting old, considering how long you can be in some of those areas. It's very listenable. Anyway, yes, whether or not people, I don't know if people saw the thing on Twitter, but yeah, my plan was to have a supersonic here, but our internet is garbage. Apparently, I don't know. I figured it's probably, I don't know. It's fine. Anyway, let's actually do the thing, shall we? I've been sitting here talking bullshit for a while. What if we bugger the maps? What if we just chat instead? I got me I don't know what I was going to say. I got me ears pierced, which is a first for me. Like I'm actually starting to just sit here and talk rather than do the maps. Less painful than you might suspect. Or at least less painful than I suspected, because I'm a wuss. A surprise, I know. What was this map called? This was Downplay by one Doc Rock? Doc Play by Downrock? Rock Doc by Down... No, that one doesn't work. That's what the actual name was. I thought I'd come up with a really good rhyme, but I just said the words in a different order. This scrolling rock is freaking me out. It really does a good sense of making you feel like you're moving when you totally aren't. And that little bit of ambience. I finally got the pun Nerby made earlier. Listen a bull. That's... I can't say it's clever, because if it was clever I would have gotten it sooner and laughed more. But it's something. I'm gonna turn my audio up a scooch. There's not much else to look at in this map, unfortunately, because clearly this is all there is. But I like the concept. I like the idea that the entire map is moving like this. Works pretty well. Hey, there's a long jump up there. Where's the course gun? I'll do my due diligence with that at least. Now all we need is the crossbow to fire that. Is it supposed to be uranium? Is that, or is that just the file name? The file name for the model, I mean. Chains aren't moving. Which chain? Okay, I guess there's not a ghost gun. Seems weird that there'd only be... Oh wait, those chains are moving. I didn't even see those chains. I don't know why the chains are pitch black. Do you have the model too high? That's picking up a... I mean, I assume the model isn't completely pitch black, so... Clearly it's picking up lighting from above? Or possibly below. Whatever. Not worth speculating on, really. Didn't that have a curve to it? I'm not sure that was a funk pendulum. Could be wrong. But I thought that was small. Trip mania. Which is when you trip and I don't have a way to end that. It's barely even a joke. Weird swinging if that was a model really overdone. I don't know, that's just the impression I got. I thought I saw it curving a bit, which you couldn't really do with brushes. My very, very, very extremely brief experience with funk pendulums is that they're harder to control than they look like they should be. I just remember copy and pasting a line of funk pendulums and they were all swinging differently. Which for the general case you probably want, because you want it to... If you have something like that, you don't want them all swinging the exact same way. But it didn't work for what I was trying to do. Because I, like everyone else who has ever made a level or a video game, was trying to make giant swinging axes. And Orlando style. Not an Orlando, Sense Fortress. That's just my point of reference. Other things have done it. I don't know if you know that. What am I looking for? Trip mania. I'm not in swinging mindset. Swinging mindset? Where did I even... Right, I looked at the word swinging by one Don there and said swinging. My brain gets those wires crossed sometimes. I finally loaded up a map. Okay, low gravity, rocks everywhere, and trip mines everywhere. A little bit of a labyrinth, also trip mines everywhere. I've played video games. I can just hold down the button, this works. It's gonna make things difficult for myself while I run around. Is there a game mode in this? You're just constantly putting down trip mines where you walk and then you've got to not hit them while you run around the level? Is there a map there? Oh wow. How quickly can you place trip mines if you're constantly supplied? How did I even do that quickly? A slight flaw to the way this map is set up. Right, now I'm having more fun. And that's it. I feel like this with this, the way this map's laid out, there should really be a fourth room? Oh, there was a fourth room. It was full of crates. How did I miss that on the other side? You'd have to know where the respawns were. That's... And also, if you respawn in the same place before another place, then you've already... then you just lose instantly. It's like inverse Russian roulette where you're trying to kill yourself as many times as possible, and if you don't kill yourself, you lose. Which I can't assume a reverse Russian roulette is a concept that's ever really come up that often. In my head. I'm just going to highlight that and move on just because I find it amusing. Because I'm very mature, you see. Yes. I don't think you can really say that America is opposite Russia. I just feel like that doesn't really work as well as you're trying to make it. 9 Compo 34. Was 34 the... What was Compo 34? The last main competition was that Half-Life Reimagined, wasn't it? Before it started becoming mini competitions? Such that the terminology ever really mattered. Which didn't. I forgot what the map was called. 9 Comp 34. I was mostly right. 9 Comp 30. Haha, haha. I don't know if I'm supposed to be killing you. Probably not. Oh, this is opposing force now I think about it, so probably not. Look, I'm just following instincts.
I'm sorry, Corporal. This is a restricted...
Wait. Oh, okay. I'm sorry that I fired a grenade at you before you could do your...
That last shot was critical. I can't go on.
Is it really necessary to wear something like this? What did...
It's okay, sir. It's just a flesh wound.
Did you hear that just now?
I'm hit pretty bad.
The grunt made a Barney's not whine. He said that you're gonna wish you hadn't done that whine. I mean, that grunt clearly had white blood. Grey blood. It's true. What if I center myself a little more in this frame? See, I can't tell if that's supposed to be my arm or if that's just an arm that happened to be in frame from the person I murdered. I also have no idea what that scene was supposed to be. Now I'm in the clock room. Am I in a room full of clocks? Something's going on. This is supposed to be like a...
I eat green berets for breakfast.
Doesn't seem nutritious.
It's good to see you, sir. It's a real mess.
What
out
inanimate
there.
inedible
These
objects do
coming
you
out of
eat
the
for
damn
breakfast?
walls. Ain't no way around them either. They just keep coming.
That's the joke that I made in my tweet. They just keep coming. And loop that line over the top of that video where it's all-star but it's don't stop coming over and over again. Except it's that line. I'm not saying this is a good idea, it's just a thing you could do.
That's right, I got another one.
I think this map might just supposed to be
This is a restricted area,
weird.
soldier.
Yes. That's right, I got another one.
Another
That's right,
tire?
I got another one.
Shush. This car is a box. I had to read a book called Slow Burn once for school at one point. Don't really remember anything from it, so clearly it was a gripping experience. This grunt that we're playing that is clearly like... This is supposed to be a sequence where the grunt's nearly dead and like this is all some weird near-death experience type of thing. It's very Gold Source-y, this dreaming. Like Gold Source specific. I'm gonna say this grunt was a big Half-Life fan. And I don't mean in like some weird, oh, this thing is happening in Gold Source. I mean literally this kind of things that the grunt is thinking about seems very Gold Source-esque. Like animations being weird and stuff. It's kind of just weird in that context. Is a scientist running in a couch? Something that someone would normally have in their brain at a time like this? Probably not. I would say all of a sudden the Barney voice line makes a little more sense, but that was before we got shot. So I don't know what the deal was with that.
Ah, yes, Walter. We were finally able to successfully detach one of the...
Stuff's just happening.
Hey, you sleeping over there? You want me to fluff your pillow for you?
Were they talking about the gravely injured person just now?
This is gonna be a babysitting job.
No shit, man.
Who is responsible for this mess? Assuming this mess is referring to this map, that would be 199. And apparently that was the end. Babysitting job. I don't trust you. Okay, now I trust you, because clearly I've... Oh, this is getting weird. Why is this happening? The clipping is to make all these models work. It's really weird. Well, that was strange. Rabbits. Rabbits? Rabbits. Rabbits. Based on something called rabbits. I don't know what rabbits is. Let's check out the rabbits. So far, I haven't seen any rabbits. Seen a crowbar. Crowbar can be used to find many rabbits. Is this a rat hunt map? This particular sink, this does look very, like that one sink in Rat Hunt, now that I mention it, so clearly I'm on the right track. I really thought the TV was going to be meaningful in some way, but apparently not. What are we doing? What's happening? Why is... I was told there'd be rabbits. Is there something I'm missing? Should I check the description just in case I'm a fool? I'm gonna check the description real quick. There's a few secrets to be found. All I found is a crowbar. That wasn't helpful at all. Was there a readme? Is it credits? No, that didn't help. I'm not checking the RMF. If I'm not convinced there's no more to it, then I'm just gonna stop buying it, because as far as I'm concerned, that's a failure of the map, not mine. I'm willing to hear suggestions though, because fuck, I don't know. I don't even know what we're doing here. I was told there'd be rabbits. No clip. You're right. That's a good suggestion. I will no clip my way into the crowbar, and then see, it's just that little bit of knowledge we needed. But wait, was that it? That can't be it. That can't be it. How is that it? That's not it. Okay. You're fucking with me now. I'm just gonna, that's the secret, isn't it? That's the secret to be found. I hate it. I was told there'd be rabbits. I was on board for rabbits, I was ready for rabbits, and the map did not deliver. Not even one rabbit. There has been a rabbit in a map, hasn't there? There's got to have been a rabbit somewhere in... I'm gonna go into models and go rabbit. Come on, down to R. Is there a rabbit? What about bunny? I'll accept bunny. There is a bunny model. I knew we saw a rabbit somewhere. Assuming that's actually a bunny. I'm not looking at it. I just needed to know, you know? I remember seeing some work in progress stuff for this map a while back. I did not wind up playing it. I'm gonna make a map filled with rabbits. I don't know how I'm gonna justify such a thing, but I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me. I know someone who'd be on board for that. DM Deadlands, I believe, was the map we're playing next. Rabbits aren't rats. This map's going for a feel, isn't it? I could see these giant arches and more than anything else. These really look like they should be buttons you shoot like in Quake. Quake or Quake 2? I don't even remember. Probably both. How did you die over here? Fell, maybe. I sure am done. We'll probably... I mean, I don't want to spoil it before we get there, but we'll probably hit a milestone in this stream. Which I will elaborate on when we get to it, because I remember precisely the map that is in my brain. Oh. Seems a little uncouth, but okay. I mean, the map looks nice. I can never know whether or not the textures are all original or if they were taken from something, but it looks good. You know, sort of a... I mean, I don't want to compare everything to Dark Souls, but that's just the way my brain works. Feels vaguely Dark Souls-y, which is impressive for Gold Source. Not many maps pulling that kind of a look off. Or any kind of a more modern look, really. I mean, those constantly pulsing lights on the walls, those are a bit weird. Sandstone. For the record, this link in the vault is broken. However, I found via Game Banana or one of those sites a updated version of the same map. So technically the map I'm about to play isn't sandstone, but it is sandstone enough for it to replace it. Well, that was the problem. This linked to Game Banana or wherever the other one was, and that map was deleted, but also said in that description there'd be an updated version uploaded. So technically this is the same thing. This is the version of sandstone you can find. I've got a drink. I should drink it. I mean, rats are okay, but bunnies are cuter. Why am I doing it like that? This is definitely going to be multiplayer. Has Doc Rock ever done a single player map? That's my question. What was I looking for? Sandstone. That should be right at the start. There. Is it the core, Abby? Did you upload the core and no one noticed and I'm going to be the first to play it? This map feels like there's a hint of ambience there. Something. I don't quite know what I'm thinking of. Are there like physical laws that would prevent something from swinging this slowly? And it was the first place some of it. But I thought that was the same thing that, what's his name got? I shouldn't leave with what's his name. I just don't remember. That's not a corner of the internet that I really deal with. In my day-to-day life. That looks nice. For how simple it is. Like, these textures have so much more personality than the dust textures. Also, I haven't seen them 8 million trillion times before. It won't let me jump in the fire. 0 out of 10. I hate this map. I can jump into this fire. Why couldn't I fry myself on the other fire? Just let me have this. I won't accept one of the first of it. Give me some shit map that you've deleted and I'll play that, Irby. I'll be the first to play something, damn it. Can I jump on it? No. I think I've seen enough of this map. It's still dust-like? It's just prettier than dust. And yeah, I know it was 16 years after dust, but still give it credit where it's due. Back to Counter-Strike. We can never quite properly escape Counter-Strike, can we? Like, I suppose there has to be people out there still playing 1.6, isn't there? that. Map. There was a map I was playing. It began with DE, and after that, it was a H. Hollis. Hollis? What's Hollis? Hummus. I'm sure I've had hummus, but I couldn't. I don't have a mental catalogue of what hummus tastes like. It's not something I've gone out of my way to go, what does this taste like? I'm gonna have some of this. Maybe I've had some hummus dips. I don't know if they were gotten because they were hummus. Am I pronouncing hummus right? Terrorists have discovered the counter-terrorist secret vacation home. How do the counter-terrorists and all these different separate counter-terrorist forces that you play in the game Counter-Strike, how do they have a vacation home? After cracking open a cold one with the boys, counter-terrorists got wind of the impending attack. Readied themselves on the back porch to mount a defense. We're either bombing a thing with secret intel, or we're bombing beer, cider, and snacks. I mean, the two most important things, vital information on terrorist groups and snacks. I don't know. I think I've had some hummus dips where it was like had other flavors in it as well. Like I say, it's not something I've ever really sought out. Why did the counter-terrorists wrap their vans in plastic wrap? That's not just me, right? That's what that looks like, right? You don't have to get your vans serviced nearly as often if you wrap them in plastic wrap when you're not using them. You can leave them for weeks without, well, how about years? How about I knock up my time zone? My car is in desperate need of a service. It is long overdue, but then I just don't have the money. That's my biggest worry. But stepping away from that topic, I kind of like the design of some of this place. Don't lock the doors on me, you made this place this big. This ever so slightly reminds me of that A-frame map that Zeba G did. That was supposed to be like... Good. I wouldn't have accepted that any other way. I don't even remember what I was saying. I'm glad that we can all be here so I can share such fascinating tales as whatever the fuck I was just saying that has completely left my mind. Stone. I mean, Stone isn't the most evocative name. You're not really... I don't know if you're really selling people with the name Stone. Noctium has made some good maps. I don't recognize the name. But then I've seen a lot of names doing this. Can't remember all of them. Stone 3, the third stone. Checking that I put that in the right place. Because knowing me, second in the Half-Life Reimagined combo with the Zen map. Right, yes, I do remember that one. Yes. We played that one not long ago. Odd crates. I do kind of like the, just like stylistically this thing with the bricks on the corner. It's a good look. There's a few too many of these crates. Is that really... I mean, they're weird crates, but you'd have different details than that, surely. I don't know. I don't know about this one. It's all a little too clean, but not quite. I don't know what my issue is with this one. Maybe just a little bland. I mean, let's face it, as far as maps we've seen go, bland is not a huge crime. At least it's not a bad map, because there's been some of those. CS Alley 2. Counter-Strike Alley. It's where you go when you want to strike counters. Is that what... the CS prefix stands for? Counter-Strike? Because all the other ones are like specific designations for things, but is Counter-Strike at its core the hostage rescue game mode? Not sure why I went out quite that far. I can't help but wonder if this is the Hunter Archie. CS Alley 1 fixed. Yep, yes, D came just a bit later. Wait. They came out? Was Counter-Strike the first Steam game? Or am I mixing that up? Was that Counter-Strike Source? I don't remember. CS beta versions later, right. That makes a bit more sense. To moi. I forget. I really do. I just remember the first time I had to struggle with Steam was something to do with Counter-Strike. I don't remember exactly what. Steam really was shit back then. Like, powerfully shit. And I despised every interaction I had with it. And then at some point it got less shit. And now we've come full circle and I'd prefer to buy games on itch when I get the chance. Due to the... let's say... Well, A, dev cut. especially for smaller games. I'm more interested in giving the devs money than Steam money. And also just some of the things around the edges that Steam has done, or more accurately, has not done. There's something about the art. This map is both colourful and bland, and I'm not sure how it's quite managing it. Like, these are really colourful, like, stains and shit on the wall, but it's still a shit wall. See, I was kind of just behind everything, so maybe while other people were trying to play Half-Life 2, I was trying to play Counter-Strike. Ooh. How were we playing it but didn't have a CD? I wouldn't know. Surely we did. Counter-Strike wasn't the one that was on the Half-Life CD, was it? That was DFC? I don't remember. I've seen enough of Ali. DM criticality. Which is just a weird way of pronouncing critically. You can critically hit something, or you can criticality hit. I'm really trying to fucking stretch this joke. I know, I apologize. UFC was included in a 1 patch, if I remember correctly. Possibly. Video games were weird. That's my nuanced take. I've studied all the sides and decided, TFC wasn't a fun inclusion for me because I was never in a position to play that game with any other human being. I have never played TFC with another human being. I don't intend to start, frankly. Unless I want to see... I've played a bunch of TF2. I wonder what the one before it was like. I shouldn't say the original. Wasn't it based on something? Was there a Team Fortress on a different game before that? Or am I thinking of something else? TF was a Quake mod, right? Yes, okay. That must have been what I was thinking of. Did I come out of this battery? Have we seen this map before? No, we couldn't have. I think there's just things about it that look similar to things that other maps that this person has made. See, Half-Life Deathmatch was the thing I played because I certainly never played online. I didn't play online until, like, I was in uni, I think. I think I started playing Left 4 Dead, like... No, I would have started playing Left 4 Dead late high school. If I'm remembering correctly. So probably around... What would that have been? Like... 2010? 2011? I just didn't play anything online before that, really. So Half-Life Deathmatch was something I could play locally with my brothers. And that is a lot of fun. I'm not gonna diss that. But Team Fortress Classic, I don't think we ever really touched because that's not really a two-player game. We have end shakes. We do have a little bit of end shaking. End moving and end shaking. Okay, I've seen enough anyway. I can see under the pipes. It's a pretty map. Something about those ones always feels a little... I don't know. Maybe I'm just picky. Maybe I'm just picky. Let's go with that. It's probably my fault. A lot of things are. Oh god. The problem map. Which means I'm slightly more willing to excuse what I'm looking at. We've got a WOD. We've got an icky model. Surely that's already in there. And a lulz BSP. Basically, the problem was just really long compile times. We'll take a look. Assuming it runs. Sven-Cop. Sven-Cop I didn't play until relatively recently with at least one of the people in the chat. That one, in fact. One Penguin Boy, one Strider, and one Ant. And that was what? That can't have been that long ago. What if I search Discord and see how long ago was that? Like early this year, I would say, maybe. A map named as tossed off as lulz always worries me. Models test icky. Okay, the icky model has to be in a specific place, of course. Don't tell me what it is, by all means. I'm surprised we haven't already got a test folder. I really have gotten better at typing with these. What am I looking at? Why am I down here? This is supposed to be a deathmatch map, isn't it? Okay, we've got that much. There's an icky T model that is not present. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and copy the icky. Under the assumption that that is what's supposed to be in there. Now that we know it's a deathmatch map. Okay, the map hasn't crashed. So that's a bonus. Are those the ickies? Was the other T one supposed to be the textures? Am I remembering that? I mean, clearly, I don't think they're supposed to look like that. So, yeah. Didn't I use a G-Man T model for trees at one point and it looked all fucked up? I think clearly it's capable of working like that. I call this map Trip Mania. In fact, I think this is going for a pretty similar style, given that... Or maybe I'm just cynical about the fact that the map's called Lulls. This is bad. I hate it. Tank Farm. That's when you grind for items and experience on tanks. Where is this? There it is. Or where they grow tanks. I mean, yeah. Do you mean the vehicle with the treads, or the things that hold rainwater? The distinction is important, I've decided. What, a tank full of tanks? That's just mad. What was the map called again? Tank Farm. We're literally talking about it and I forgot what it was. Tanks full of tanks and tanks full of tanks. Tanks that fire tanks. Just... There's items in... I say items, there's weapons into the breach where you can deploy a tank. So basically you fire a tank out of a... It's not a tank. You fire a tank out of a mech, which is a slight spin on that concept. Granted, some of those mechs look a whole lot like tanks. Like, exactly like tanks in at least one example. This really is just the same style of that other one. I don't know, these are pretty, they're not poorly done. It just doesn't really appeal to me and I'm not sure why. But they do look okay. You should play. Don't you own it now? Or did I make that part up? Surf Koi, which is where you take your seeking and teach it the move surf. Are those supposed to be koi? They look a bit like koi. Or am I thinking of a different fish? Here's the thing. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about generally. Into the Breach is the game from the same developers as FTL, yes. Personally, I like it way more than I liked FTL. I got FTL free with, Actually, do I still have... Does anyone want FTL? Because I've had a gift copy of that since forever because I'd already bought FTL and then I got a copy of FTL with Into the Breach. And now I've just got FTL, a gift copy of that, and no one wants it because everyone already has FTL. If you want FTL, DM me. Don't say it in the chat, I will actively ignore it because I'm a bitch. There's another surf map, so this isn't going to be interesting. Hopefully it'll look alright. If you don't surf a koi in Surf Koi, I'm not interested. I'm sorry. The problem is, I'm so unbelievably shit at surfing. Because that's not something I've ever really had to do. Also, we haven't had a surf map in forever, so this is going to be worse than most. I mean, so far I seem to be okay with not surfing, so... I don't even know where I'm supposed to be surfing to. Maybe it's not one of those surf maps. There's a certain angle that... I don't know if... yeah. Here's how far am I, and as far as every map on TWHL goes. Yeah. I am getting through them, yes. True. There are... I believe I just uploaded archive number 120? Just in case you need some perspective on how many of these streams I've done. I think we've seen enough of Surf Koi. And by seen enough of, I mean looked at it because I can't surf. I'm not even sure where I was supposed to surf from in that one, granted. Oh, I set accelerate to 100. It's supposed to be 900. Also lower gravity. It's fine. Fine. When... stop saying this shit. No. No. None of it. When this stream is done, I will stream other things. Gladly. I'll be free to do something else. When someone eventually gets around to giving me like $1,500, I can upgrade my PC. Well, actually more than $1,500 because there's other shit I've got to spend that money on first. Let's say if someone gives me $5,000, I can upgrade my PC, and then we can get back to doing Sword Our Souls, which I'm dying to do. I want to play Dark Souls 3. I'm not playing Dark Souls 3 again until it's on stream. And it's not going to be on stream until it can run properly. The stream, I mean. And also the game. What was I doing? US Arctic base by the person who ruined the stream last time. As far as I'm concerned. Also, Arctic is spelt wrong there and there. I can point with a mouse where you can actually see it. There and there. And I'm gonna guess in here. Yes, good. My plan was always vaguely, maybe once I've done all the maps, maybe I'll start just playing mods. Because there's a lot of mods I haven't played. There's a lot of potential for me to experience things there. Now, I've already done a couple. Actually, that's not really true. I don't think the core really counts, because that was just a little snippy. I did research and development, and then I kind of got distracted. But I would like to do more mods. Just mods all over the place. I think Don suggested something and I downloaded it called... I got an ad. Under the Black Moon. That's it. Yes. What happens to future map uploads after the end is reached? Frankly, by that point, they miss out. If they want to make history, and by history I mean this stupid thing, then yeah. I hope this map isn't bad. I'm just going to worry about that for every map by this person now. Also, I've forgotten what it was called. Was it AIM? I've completely forgotten. US Arctic Base. Oh, sorry, Arctic. Arctic Base. Please don't have anything completely shit and garbage in here. I don't trust you after that Westwood map. Which, incidentally, you're not going to find in the vault anymore. I open this fence? That's very convenient. Feel like you'd want to keep the terrorists out by not letting them just open the gate. You stream the full core. I mean, I'll stream the core eventually. Like, if I wanted to have any lined up, it's the core, right? I'm pretty sure I can see some very small images that Twitch would not appreciate being put on the stream, for the record. So I'm not going to look at that room too closely. I'm going to guess that's probably going to be true of all of these rooms. Assuming there are any other rooms. Just for the record. I do not have the freedom to go showing whatever things people on a whim decide to have in their maps. If I can tell there's gonna be pornography, I can't go to it. I thought that was supposed to be the Twitter logo for a second. Would have been a weird one. Is that the only room you can go in? That one over there? Really expected there to be more than this. Guess that's it. So it's actually terrorists versus cafeteria. Fight Yard trifecta. Hang on, there's a joke here. Trifecta. I hardly even knew her. That's pretty bad. Apologies. You don't need to say what it is, but Don and Heads, I don't actually know who's at the head of it. I haven't been keeping up with it, but whoever's doing Tower 2 at the moment, have you all figured out what you're doing with the CDs yet? Because Strider seemed a little uncertain what the plan was with those. Or more accurately, he said exactly what he was going to do with it, and then later said he wasn't doing that anymore, so I don't know. Copy the things, that's what I want to do. Backyard trifecta. A 3-in-1 fight yard map featuring standard 4-square type design, a scout knives type map with the built with no gravity, and small dual mates map with the crates one desires in a 90s era FPS. You know what? Did anyone actually want the crates? This is gonna have the Doom sound again, isn't it? One of the maps had that. Is it gonna be that there's just one of these open each round? I don't remember the name of them, but this mapper has done a lot of these in this style. It's sort of very clean MS Paint-ish kind of a style. This is the one full of crates, I take it. Mind the gap, I will not. I want to get crushed in the roundabout thing. You gotta be careful. I just want to see each area.
Let's move out.
Oh, music. Maybe it's fine. When I hear music, I'll just fire my gun a bunch of times to try and cover it up. It's probably not. I don't think they catch up on that anyway. But you never know. YouTube is fickle. I only just paid attention to what these say, and they're all... I don't know what to make of any of it. I'm pretty sure there's been ads for whatever the heck this is in, like, every one of this person's maps. Or something about cry of... I can only assume COF means cry of fear. I don't even know what cry of fear is. I feel like this has come up before, so don't bother explaining it, because if it didn't stick the first time, it's probably not going to stick again. That's right, there was one more path, wasn't there? I keep saying that I need to, These are going to be cameras, aren't they? Wait. No. Means a scout. I keep saying that I mean to get around to setting things up so that these go smoother. Like the thing where I get rid of the freeze time. Just standard. The problem is I've been saying that so long I'm at risk of finishing the map vault before I actually get around to doing it. Got some peaceful music up here while we snipe people. Go on, what's in the black hole? I mean, I appreciate the touch of making it speed up. That's dangerously close to being something I would take exception to PEPs. CS training. Okay, go. Oh, that's their name. What? Why is their name in brackets next to it in the map name when the name is right next to it? That's... Why are we getting so many Counter-Strike maps all of a sudden? How did this happen? How have we not had a CS training before? Counter-terrorist operative or a terrorist operative, and you're in a crucial and fatal training course. Should they really have the counter-terrorist and the terrorist training together? You can jeopardize the hostages if you want to, since money has no point in this map. Doesn't that kind of rule up? Couldn't you just keep killing the hostages then? I mean, I know some setups would automatically kick you for that. Don't like that. I mean, this isn't the most expertly crafted map I've ever seen. How do I get into the grenade cage? Oh, I just... Just in case you weren't aware, use smoke grenades for cover. Why would you... Is this just the thing, if you fall off the map, you have to do this bullshit until you've run out of smoke grenades and piss everyone off? Road Motel by this person again. And somehow motel is spelt wrong as well. Somehow we've got another Counter-Strike map. What the heck's happening? This is late 2017. Road Motel, that's what it was. The map names just disappear immediately. Road Motel, other myths. CT's discovered a motel somewhere in Nevada where owners hide meth. Well, sure. Well, where do terrorists come into it? I don't think hiding meth is a terrorist activity. By definition, like, innately, I don't think that's... I'm not saying terrorists couldn't do that, but I don't think doing that makes you a terrorist. Something about the light coming out of the back of these trucks I appreciate. There's a Natalie. Hello, Natalie. Always nice to see you. Yeah, you know, the joke that everyone makes, that one. Funny how the map description didn't mention that one. No, it's only the hiding meth. Like, the terrorist hobby is hiding meth. I don't know why that amuses me. DE breach. We've been talking about Into the Breach. Into the DE breach. That was a shit joke. Why'd I go out of my way to say that one? Just said free meth. I mean, you're not going to get customers. Is that what it is? That's not the usual thing in free candy. It's just that they're selling meth. But then it's not free. You wouldn't advertise it as free. I don't know. I hate it. DE breach. So we're gonna go in a DE breach and then fight a bunch of giant bugs? I recently found myself with access to the game Killing Floor 2. I don't really know that much about it. I've seen my partner play it once or twice, but I've never done it. I don't really know what that's about. I should probably try that at some point. I say gained access to because I didn't pay for it. Technically, it's on my partner's account, and she got it from a friend. Terrorist's prime objectives is to blow up the such and such explosive. Surely the point is that it's already explosive. Right. So we're blowing up explosives or we're destroying the experimental ion tank and then driving it out of the place, shooting. I like the assault game mode in Unreal Tournament 2004. Such and such. What? What's the point of this note? This jumble of letters, Soviet code word for something that's blanked out. I mean, that's not telling me anything. Yes, I appreciate that was done in brushwork. Hey, Pads. Could... I don't actually know if Jack can do that either, but can the text brush tool in Sledge do other languages? I don't know why this has popped in my head. I just wonder if you could do... like, I don't know anything about Arabic, but it looks cool. Like as a written language. It's all flowy and I'm speaking from a place of great ignorance here. Look, you've got this giant glowing Soviet flag. Was that specifically USSR? Again, place of great ignorance. History, geography, those are my worst subjects, and together they create just a shitstorm of me not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, here's the ion tank. kind of vaguely looks like the ion tank too. Okay, I've seen enough. That's something Half-Life never had, assault-style game modes. That... See, I know that... Oh, not Counter-Strike. I know that Grimrock did do some test things with King of the Hill style maps in Half-Life Deathmatch for team play. So I'm thinking you probably could do an assault style game mode. That would be an interesting experiment. It would also be hard as hell to set up. I was thinking for a second that it would be difficult to do the changing spawn locations, but you could always have everyone spawn in, like, off level and then teleport them to the appropriate places to spawn in. Heck, you could probably even do the little... those things with all the different weapons in them, so you don't go around collecting separate weapons, you just run through a thing and you just get a loadout. You could probably even do something like that. I'm thinking you might be able to do an interesting assault-style game mode in Half-Life Deathmatch. I wish I had the type of attention span and just wild motivation that some of my friends do, because I know at least one person who'd probably just go and start mapping this right now, and I kind of want to, but I wouldn't know where to start. That would be a hell of an undertaking, but I would like to see it done. I kind of want to do it myself, even if it's just like a template. I would need to do some research first, like how to do those King of the Hill style things, because that was basically the types of objectives in Assault, wasn't it? Stand in a spot until this bar fills up, or shoot something a bunch, or sometimes just get to a certain point. All of those things you could do with triggers easily enough. That's all stuff you could do. You just need a big old map to have the game move through. You wouldn't be able to do the thing where you can like press a button and get taken to the appropriate place if the areas change. That wouldn't be doable. Anyway, I need to keep doing the map thing. I can't just completely go off on that tangent. But I'm intrigued by the possibilities. I want to see it. I want to do it. I will... This is going to be on my mind now. Warp Sea Strike. It's just calling a Counter-Strike map Sea Strike. God, the moment I started paying attention to this description, war place. War place with orbs. You know, that's what they call, like, battles or arenas or anything. A war place. A war place. The ropes sometimes send you far away. All about spawning teams' objectives are completed. Yes, you would need some kind of team spawn that can use a wave argument. That's right, it does. You could always... No, actually you could do something like that as well, because if you were spawning people in the same location every time and sending them to a particular point based on the objectives you're on and using trigger change targets to set different destinations and all that, you could always just trigger that teleport at a certain point so that people spawn in waves. Spawn in waves. Get teleported to the spawn in waves. You could do that too. God. I think I want a map. I want to make it. I want to. Oh. Bush SFX. I wasn't expecting that. I feel like... I guess the movement in Half-Life and Unreal Tournament are somewhat similar. I don't know what I'm trying to do. There's not much more to see in this map. There's bushes. They make sound effects and that's more than I was expecting, frankly. See, I'm going to be completely distracted from looking at these maps now because my mind's just going... Assault mechanics, assault mechanics. What's... Of the people who know, and I don't know if any other games had the assault game mode, but what's the best assault map? I know some people will have opinions on this. At least one person in the chat. I know who I'm thinking of. But if I will take opinions from anyone. DEY though. More Counter-Strike. What is happening? It's been so Half-Life centric for so long. AS Frigate? Which one was Frigate? Overlord. Wait, which game are you talking about? Was Assault in more than one? These are the things I need to know. Unreal Tournament Game of the Year. Was it in there as early as that, was it? The one that stands out to me was was the one that was in the demo. It all takes place on a bunch of vehicles driving through like a desert or something. I think it might be that one. Convoy. Anyway, maps. Brain, back on the thing. I'll think about this later. Maps. Yeah, I think Convoy was the one I was thinking of. It's just a bunch of big vehicles driving through there and you're running along it and shooting across vehicles and everything, and yeah, that's just I think that's just the one that stands out to me the most because it was on the demo and therefore the one that I played the most because we had the demo for a while before we had the full game. I did not read the description of this map. Memes? Memes. You know what I'm talking about. Oh. Oh no, the floor's slippery. Good, they turned off this friction. Always a problem. Always worried. I think I'm just worried because I played some map ages ago that had a patch of just horrendous friction and then never turned it off. So you're just stuck with it as soon as you stand in it. Judging by... I actually don't know who made this. I mean, the train's alright. Yeah, sure. Where the CDs spawn? That custom Australia map was garbage. That's a good question, Pams. Where is all that advertising? Oh, I can climb over this. I love it when things are ladders and they just don't look like it. For some reason I thought that said restroom for a while. I was thinking, why do you have a keypad to get into a restroom? So my question is quickly becoming, why am I even here? Why let me climb into here? We can have blood vent, yes. That's why you're bombing it. You want to put blood everywhere? I don't know. I've seen more than enough of this. How much control over things like that do you have in something like Half-Life 2 Deathmatch? I assume Source would only have more functionality that would be useful making something like an Assault, but also it's Half-Life 2. So pros and cons. Look, Half-Life 2 is fine. It's just not as good as Half-Life 1. DM Lister. At least as far as Deathmatch is concerned. That's not to say Half-Life 2 Deathmatch doesn't have its perks. There we are. Shut the fuck up, Irving. You got a pun for everything, don't you? I'll admit, that one was actually pretty good, but it's not the point. Who is playing Counter-Strike all the time? That's Zeba? I think. Lister. Could you see the gears turning while I tried to remember what the heck I was doing? I don't know, if I stop making puns I think I have to give up when children will simply cease to exist. You know, I don't think anywhere it said that you are existentially required to make dad jokes when you're a dad. It's just the thing that people say. I think it's a phrase. I don't think it's a contractual obligation. I mean, I was going to say contractual obligation, but it didn't make any sense, so I don't know, that made sense to me. It's a good phrase though, I'm glad I came up with that. I invented it, I'm gonna copyright it right here. This is me copywriting it. That's how it works, right? You just say it and then no one can use it. And everyone who ever says that phrase from here on out has to give me money. So that works for me. Perfect. Perfect. I just like the... I don't know what accent it is because it's not where I live and thus I don't know what accent it is, but the thing where an sound becomes an oi sound, whatever accent that is, I like that accent. That was always the thing I wondered. The things that are called voids in Half-Life, in the Half-Life files, those Zen creatures that fly around and you don't interact with them at all, are those supposed to be bioids? As in bio, or voids as in birds but with that accent? Oh, I've heard that sound before. Wish I knew how the hell to get back. Not sure about the layout of this place. It's quite pretty though, I've got to give it that. I like this water running under the grating look. I always like a little inlet where water flows. That's in maps. That's just... I like the aesthetic. Water should be moving faster downhill though. Wait. If water was moving... Oh, I don't know how physics work. Pardon me. See, my brain is still on the assault game. I want to... Natalie, do you want to make an assault map? Inspiration strikes me so infrequently. Tag Siege Lab. Tag? Oh, right, we've seen these before. I think by this person. It is a CS game mode, but slightly different. Slightly different. We're almost at that landmark I mentioned earlier, by the way. I will tell you what it is when we reach it. Incidentally, there's only 3 more maps I forgot to download, but then we're almost at 2 hours anyway, so that's probably a good place to leave it. Either way, we'll get through these. That's Valve. We don't want Valve, we want Counter-Strike. Tag Siege Lab. Okay. I have to check the name. I will not get fooled again. As they say in that one song. My Sharona. Tag Siege Lab. We've done 3 tag maps. It's just a CS map, except the hostage rescue zones are on top of the hostages, so all you have to do is touch them, and if they move the slightest bit, then they get rescued. i.e. tagged. Which, granted, is kind of an interesting concept. That's not something I've seen before. I should be counter-tagged. to demonstrate. Again. I mean, sure, it's been done somewhere, but I haven't seen it before. Mr. X88. Or Mr. X88. Mistax? Mistax88. They've made Mistax.
Let's go.
I don't know why this model is in here ever. There's no different voice lines. God forbid a Gold Source game feature a female character in any way whatsoever, ever. Except a K, I guess. I haven't played Decay. I should play Decay sometime. I feel like there should be more to this map. I'm not sure what I mean by that. It just feels small. I guess that's the point. As well wait for Mr. Floyd 1984 one. Yeah. This map, this one here, this is the landmark I was talking about. Not because the map itself is notable in any particular way, but it's a landmark in as far as this stream goes. Because, and I worked this out a while ago, so I hope I'm actually right. This is just in my brain. This map was the... Shut up, Abby. It's my stream, I'll tell people. This map is the first map that was uploaded after I started doing this stream. All those years ago. And by all those years ago, I mean the early December 2017. So, as far as I'm concerned, we're up to the present now. Like, this is recent, so to speak. And from this point onwards, any maps that we look at are going to be like past, like I have done streams that were older than this map. Which is weird to think about. At least for me. That's Mario map, and I always like those. I wonder if it's got any creepy clapping Marios anymore. Only 3 years worth of stuff to go. Yes. I mean, given how much we've come through, nothing. Nothing. Because people uploaded a lot more maps in the past. This is Mario Xmas 2. I don't think we've seen Mario Xmas 1. See, I need a stream deck or something so I can mash the button that plays air horn sounds repeatedly, as though that's not annoying or cool in the slightest. Air horn, the sound of getting a penetration kill with the marketer in TF2. What else is like that? Let's say the cheering from a Sandman hit from the same. Just canned sound effects that are kind of annoying that you can spam. That's what I do with the soundboard, which is why I haven't got one. That bunch of dudes like ooh, says Irby. 2020. What? let's just say any crowd sound effect from Wii Sports. Mario Xmas 2. Gotta look at the maps. Gotta look at the maps. The Delgado soundboard or the Twitch integration with bits. I'm not familiar with the latter, but yeah. I don't know. Is there any meaningful difference between like one of those Stream Deck things and just having global hotkeys on a keyboard? I mean, I suppose you can do more specific things with it. I haven't wondered what the hell these presents bouncing up and down is about yet. I'll get to those. I suppose the benefit would just be having a thing there with like these that you can actually tell what the fuck they do. I'm pretty sure I set up some global hotkeys for OBS at one point. I don't know what they are. Oh god, it's Mario's head again, except it's wearing a Santaman hat. This ghastly spectre of a Mario. I've been binging. I'm gonna say this like I'm not always doing this, but I've been binging Pan and Coex videos again. Because they're all good, they're all amazing. Oh, you are a cycler, aren't you? Oh, that penguin's gonna be bouncing forever now. These are present-shaped jibs, aren't they? There's a funk push there, and there's a shooter that creates jibs every now and then. Such a low-quality coin sound. Yeah, Super Mario 64 is good, I've decided. And there's a Kirby in here, I guess? I mean, that's not a Mario thing. Has there ever been a Kirby in a Mario game? There's been a Kirby in a Zelda game. I know that much. I'm unsettled already. Mario Xmas Apocalypse. Rock is an odd person. Oh god. I can't hear the music, I can't hear the music, I can't hear the music. I know Kirby's been in a Smash game with Mario. Everyone's been in a Smash game with Mario. Technically. When was the first... I swear, dog... I wish this button was reliable. I swear Dog Rock has been making Mario maps for like the entire stream. Ever? I think that's supposed to be a Bob-omb buddy? Unclear. I kinda like there's just these presents flying in the air all the time. Such an odd touch. Oh, I already have a long jump. Yeah, I'm not sure about the trees that are just... Honestly, I thought they were just like nebulas or something. I didn't even look that closely at them.
I said my first words. But snowmen can't talk.
What the fuck is that from? What's it from? I need to know. Most of This isn't even Mario related. Let's go to Peach's castle. Train's gonna get muted again. Doesn't happen often, but... Oh, I didn't even notice you. Is that Mario? I feel like I should get a redeemer here. Why is my brain on Unreal Tournament so much? What happened? It's... What a map. What a map. Ozone. Ozone, it's the last map. Why does anyone put up with... Why the hell is anyone here? What mistakes have you all made? Anyway, this is the last one I have queued up, and we are right around the 2-hour mark, so that works for me. I mean, fair, Herbie, fair. Zone. There's a joke there as well, probably. Go the ozone, that's what I call my bedroom. I'm so ashamed. I'm glad that I can share my shame with you. What more could anyone ask for? This is definitely stylistically kind of similar to that other map, but it does look better. I'll give it that much. Oh, that's... I didn't even notice I was jumping into a death pit. I'm just running around picking up items, but I gotta be exploring. I'm not gonna use any of this shit. I like that because this is curved up, any grenades or anything would stay on there. Would they get brushed off anyway? I don't know, probably. Herbie, these are far worse than the joke I made. Are you trying to make a point? Where's the ozone in this map anyway? I really thought I was in more danger just then than I actually was. Okay, maybe we've seen ozone. Did I land there? No, that... The ground is... Caustic? I guess that's ozone. I'm gonna check the next one just in case it strikes me as a better one to finish on, but yeah, you never know. Where would we be? This isn't... Why? This is 2 more than there was last time. Someone deleted a map. Someone other than me. I deleted one of them because there was that map that was worth deleting. I don't know who the other person was. Here's the thing, I don't actually feel obligated to finish this page off though. It doesn't matter. So, I guess that's the stream over. You know, because I like to end these things with a real banger. I guess. I barely drunk this. I don't know what I'm waiting for. As far as I'm concerned, the stream's over. You can return to your homes now. I just wanted to do something a bit different. Is this an outro? This isn't it. What am I doing? I'm gonna wrap this up so you stop bothering people. I'm just, my brain isn't on the stream setting. Whatever that is. Abby, no, I don't want to hear your ozone jokes. I really gotta set this up and put the chat up. How about I can do that. I'm gonna set that up now, just because I'm not ready to end, but also I'm just not doing anything. Don't ask me what's going on right now. Hang on. Un moment. That would be I don't know. French is weird. Chat box. Chat box. Add the chat box. Put you over here. That's definitely where it belongs. You can't even see what I'm doing. What if I put this over here? Oh god, I moved everything. This shouldn't be movable. Why did I put the chat on the screen again? Is this just for Abby? Where is the chat box? Oh, I already had a chat box. I looked and I swear that I didn't, but apparently I did. Oh, why isn't this locked? Why? You can tell, this is how prepared, professional I am. What the fuck am I doing? There's the question we need to answer. Chat box here, which is where it belongs. Also, I dragged the screen over as though you can see it. You can't see it. Now you can see it. Here's me fucking with the stream on stream. So you can stream. You stream. I should go, shouldn't I? I'm gonna stop bothering everyone. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This stream should be over already, by all rights. Unless I want to do something else. Do you want to do something else? What if I play something else? I could play... I could play... Crypt of the Necrodancer. I could technically play Time Spinner. I've already played Dark Souls. I'm gonna end the stream. Otherwise, this is never gonna happen. I'm going now. Goodbye. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it always. And I apologize.